What's up, guys? It's Josh back with SobrietyWoD. If you're new, welcome. If you're back, welcome back. We moved over to the other yard today so you guys could look at some pretty scenery behind us. We got the pond behind us. So today I wanted to talk about intentions, and most of you guys will probably relate with this. But my whole life really, I had this struggle with trying to separate my actions and my intentions, and it was genuinely confusing because I would always cause all these problems that I didn't intend to. One of the things that I had to learn in recovery was that my intentions didn't really count for anything, and I like to judge myself by my intentions. So my opinion of myself was based on what I wished I would be, or what I thought I could be, or what I wished I had done, or what I was capable of, my potential, or whatever, anything except for reality. And so I kept myself in this constant state of this dream world almost, where I wasn't that bad a person, just all these bad things always happened around me. If you look at the top of the paper, it's just some quotes from step 8 and step 9 from the big book, but it talks about how first, we became willing to make amends. And this one's not really about amends, but it is about this process. So first we became willing. And that willingness is really, it really doesn't count for anything. I mean, being willing, if it's not followed by action, is really useless. And I guess you could make the argument well, are you really willing? The only way to know if you're really willing is if it's followed by action. And it's kind of the same way with my intentions. I mean, my true intentions were to please myself, because that's what I did. I cloaked it in this lie of this idea that I didn't intend to hurt anybody, but what I failed to admit was the reality that along with the choices that I made came the consequences. So maybe I didn't want the consequences, but I was choosing those consequences. And that was a huge part of growing up and getting into recovery. So immediately after that step 8, where we become willing, then we actually do it. Step 9, we make amends. So you can't do one and not do the other and be okay. If you actually were willing, then you actually need to take the step to do it. And if you actually intend something, then you'll actually do it. The only truth there is if I don't ever do it, then I have to question, did I ever really intend it? So for the discussion, I just want you guys to talk about maybe some unintended consequences during your using. I feel like it's a pretty common trait amongst us that there was a lot of bad shit that happened that we didn't mean to do. When I was growing up, that was my famous line. Every time I got in trouble, it was like, well, that's not what I meant to happen. Or I didn't mean for you guys to get hurt, or I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. Any of that. I didn't mean to do it, but I kept doing it. And at some point I had to look at that the results of my actions produced unintended consequences. And after becoming aware of that, there was really no hiding from it anymore. And then the second little part, I just want you to talk about how this changed for you in your recovery. Is this part of your process? Did you have to kind of wake up and stop judging yourself by your intentions? So you guys have a good discussion. We'll be right back with the workout stuff.